What's up? Hey guys, it's Ivan. In this video, I want to show you how to create Facebook dynamic creative ads, not to be confused with dynamic ads, which are remarketing ads, so that you can mix and match a bunch of different headlines, subheadlines, images together and let Facebook decide which combination works best. Because I've been working with a lot of clients recently and I've seen a lot of ads. And it's awesome that you're split testing, but you can save some time and you don't have to manually create all those variations when you can just easily input everything into one ad and let Facebook take care of the rest. So let's get started. Here we are in my Facebook account. We will be promoting this website here just for demonstration purposes. I also have this little article here that talks about dynamic creative. Well, not really an article, just a tiny little kind of FAQ. The two most important things from here are what this says. So dynamic creative accepts up to 10 images and 5 of each body text. So that's headline, the subheadline, the actual body text. So 5 variations of those. And then you can only create them for conversion, traffic, video views, and all these campaign objective types. Okay, so you can't do it on every single campaign objective. Obviously, some of them it just doesn't make sense. So that's what this little page here is about. So let's jump straight in here and let's get started. So we first have to create our campaign, right? So let's create this how to play piano campaign. So I'll name this how to play piano. Name it, leave it auction, leave it traffic just for simplicity. Leave these off again for simplicity. You know, interest group, we can say piano lovers and we'll pick someone that likes piano from our interest groups. Ad set, I'll just name it dynamic ad 1. And we'll save to draft. And now we can move on to the ad set and then finally the ad. Now, an important thing here to note here. So once you set up the campaign and you go to ad sets, okay, it is very important that you select this dynamic creative feature. If you don't, you will not be able to edit it later on. You will have to redo the whole campaign. So over here, right under our ad set, under the name, under where you select where you want to drive traffic to, or yeah, you have this option here, dynamic creative. So you have to toggle this to on, okay? Now, one small tiny downside is that you have to use your own pictures. You can no longer use the images from the Shutterstock that Facebook has available for you for free. But that's fine because it just saves so much work, okay? Well, I'll leave that to you to decide, but this is just how it's gonna go. So we'll leave the budget at $20. We're not going to spend too much time on these details. I will just add a few things here if this doesn't lag. Let's say, for example, right? Let's just try to make it a little more realistic without spending too much time on it. So I'll say US. We'll just leave it at that. Let's say age. Okay, let's say age is fine. Let's say that's fine. Okay, so for detailed targeting here, let's say we do want to target piano lovers, right? So we'll say, let's say people who have piano as their interest, which is going to be probably way too large. So we can maybe narrow it down a little bit. Let's see what else there is to do with piano. Let's see, maybe people who are, well, we don't want to look for piano teachers, right? They might not want to learn. So maybe let's do something with a big interest. So maybe the piano, right? Again, I'm not going to spend too much time, but let's assume this is what we're going to do. Let's stick to that. Let's stick with automatic placement. Usually I do recommend to go with edit placements and select it to put it only on the feed at first when you're first starting out, but we'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I'm not going to publish yet. We still have to go into our ads. And now this is where we have to actually set up these different variations. Okay. So here it tells you the link field is required. Obviously, we need a URL and not enough assets. So we need at least one video or image. So don't worry about this little error. We will get through it. So let's just get rid of these errors one step at a time. First thing I'm going to do is actually just take the URL and just go to the bottom and paste it here just to get rid of one of those messages. OK, so let's start up again from the top. OK. So over here, you can add images. So I'm going to select some images. You can add videos. You can create slideshows. And Facebook will allow you to test all these different variations in between or among all those headlines that you also have. OK, so I'm going to select images. As you can see, I do have to upload. OK, so I'm going to go with I did upload some images here, actually. Let me just, I guess, upload them again. So let me grab these. actually using this. Oops. Let me open all those. So just give it a second to upload. And then, so the ideal image size is going to be 1080 by 1080, okay? Here I have some 1200 by 628 just to show you that it's possible to use these images, but ideally, as you can see, the ones that fit are the ones that are 1080 by 1080. So you can deselect, right, and select. So let's say I want to select these. So I'm going to select these, and then I'm going to continue. And that's going to put all three of these images into this ad, okay? And it's going to test them all. So we have that part. Let's give it a second to load. I'm going to go to desktop newsfeed just so I can see. And this is what my ad's going to look like so far, right? But obviously we want to add a primary text. That's the body text, the headline, and the subheadline. So let's start with the primary text. So let's make it something simple. Let's say, are you interested in learning to play piano? You know, check out our website and you'll learn how to play it ASAP. Click the link below now. Okay, so let's just say we're going to do that for our first variation. Now, if you want to add additional variations, let me just copy all that, and I'm going to add another option right underneath primary text. And let's say we want to add this as well, but we want to change this first line into something like want to learn the piano, right? Let's add maybe another variation, right? Let's say interested in learning to play piano, right? Again, I'm just doing these for demonstration purposes, okay? Don't laugh at my copywriting skills. So that's going to be our primary text. Let's look at the headline now. So the headline is what's going to show up right here, right there, that one right there. Scroll down a little bit, that, okay? By the way, if you have different Facebook groups, make sure that you actually select the group. I kind of forgot to mention that. So my main group is Online Marketing Essentials. So, you know, I'm going to leave it at that. But kind of pay attention to that and make sure that you select the actual group that you want these things to be pasted from. So headline is this part right here, how to play piano. So, I mean, we could say that's the default one. So we could say how to play piano. We could add another one. And we can say, learn how to play the piano. Now, if your headline is too big, your description will not show up, okay? So as you can see over here, the headline's pretty short, so you can see the description. But if your headline is pretty long, so let's for example, say, learn how to play the piano today and be a superstar. Let's see if that's long enough. Might have to give it a second, but basically if the headline is too long, it will not show the description here, okay? So let's say, don't be afraid. Training is easy. Okay, let's say something like this. Give it a second to load. Okay, so there. So here you see the big headline, right? And as you can see, you don't see the description here at all, even though we actually wrote a description. So just to let you know, okay? So let's go with another option. Let's say, quick and easy way to learn the piano. So again, right, why I referred you to that little FAQ there is keep in mind you can only have 5 of these, so 5 primary text variations, 5 headlines, 5 descriptions, but up to 10 images, okay? And Facebook is gonna add all these combinations together, which could end up being like 50 to 100 ads that you would have manually had to do, and they're just gonna give you the best result. Link display URL is optional. There are no variations for the website URL and the display URL, but we'll just leave it there. You can also test other call to action. So you could say, you know, apply now. For this case, maybe contact us could work. Maybe get quote if you are maybe speaking with someone, right? And each person's price is different. Maybe you would get a quote. So that's that for here. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. That's pretty much it, okay? So you have all these variations. Facebook's going to mix and match. Now I'm going to show you where to actually find the data to to see which variation performed the best. So let's give it a second. Let's publish it. Right? It's publishing 3 out of 3, almost done. Let's wait until it says under review. Should say under review. Okay, this should be under review. Just give it a second. There it is, in review. So what we want to do here now is, so after you run the ad, if you actually want to see which combination performed the best, or like which headline, which image, which subheadline performed the best, or which call to action, click on performance over here. This might not show up, so just refresh the page really quickly. And then you will see a dynamic ads creative option under the breakdown. You click on that, and then you can choose how you want to break down your ad. Okay, so that's under creative. Now when you go here, as you can see here, now there is dynamic. Sorry, I don't know why it's a bit laggy today. By dynamic creative asset, and here you can go by. So right now there are no variations tested, right? So we have no idea, like none of them got any clicks at all. But you can filter by the images, so whichever image performed the best. Website URL, this won't really do anything because you only have one URL, but you can go by the text, you can go by the headline, by the description, and the call to action. Okay, so everything. So that's it. So this is how Facebook's going to mix and match all your data, and then this is how you see the results. Performance, and then break down dynamic creative, okay? And that's it. That's how you create dynamic ads, save a bunch of time. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, you will probably find my other videos helpful on Google Ads, how to create your campaigns from scratch, and Facebook ads, how to create your basic Facebook campaigns, video views campaigns, traffic campaigns, conversion campaigns, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.